Hello, welcome back. We're going to pick up where we left off in part one. If you haven't seen that, check out the link in the description to see part one. We're going to keep watching Stephen's video. We're going to try making a database of our own, but first let's pick up where we left off over here.
I have a little bit of a vantage point here so that I can kind of scan the entire parking lot, which I feel like is a better way to gather data. If you just count the cars coming in, see the number that are in each row of the parking lot at any given time, gives you a pretty decent estimate of how many people came to Vaughn's today. It is cold. It's windy and cold up here. Sometimes you got to sacrifice for science. Sometimes you have to sacrifice for coding. Sometimes you have to sacrifice to make the world a better place. I think right now what people don't have and what they need is information.
All right, let's pause right here. So Stephen said this is a better vantage point. You can get some more data. It's interesting to see you could get more information this way. You could get, there's also some information you could lack. For example, more information is you could actually track the cars more easily. Maybe you could add an ID to each car so then you know how long a specific person is in there. It's much easier to track that, trying to remember, oh, this car parked in this spot, rather than trying to remember what a person looked like, what they were wearing. Maybe they take off their jacket inside, things like that. It's easier to attach an ID maybe to a car. So maybe you track how long someone's in there. But how you don't necessarily know everyone's in that parking lot for that space. If you look there, you can see a couple different stores that are also in this mall. Maybe some of those people visit there. So that would be you can't assume that every single person that parked there is going to that Vaughn's. So there's some more data you can get and also some different data. So there's a possibility for some difference there. But now let's actually do some data gathering of our own. We can't do what Stephen said as far as like getting in and out, like tracking the cars in and out of this parking lot because we don't have the footage for that. Just a brief scan across doesn't give us the time that we need. So actually, we're going to run our own exercise based off of a video here that's going to be, we're going to go over to a second, that's actually an escalator. And what we're going to track, so I want to make sure, grab your paper. It can be the same paper as before because we're going to track some information. This is the information you are going to need. So why don't you start sketching out your database on your paper database so you have space for this information. You want to make sure we're going to track people who take the stairs up and down. So stairs, and whether they take that up or down. And then we're also going to track people who take the escalator in this mall here, and whether they take it up or down. So go ahead and sketch out your space there just so you're not having to do it in the middle while you're also trying to track data. We're going to play this in a moment. Right now we can start. We already see there are some people on the down escalator, so we can already add those people. I'm going to use little tick marks because they're easier than trying to write numbers and keep crossing it out. So I see 1, 2, 3 people down on the down escalator. Nobody currently on the up. Nobody on the stairs. I'm going to go ahead and play this, and you do your data live, and we'll see if we end up with the same numbers. Ready? Swap over here so you can see it. There, you see the 3 people on the down escalator there. Couldn't have seen them before. All right, ready, set, go. I'm tracking mine too right now. Got 5 going down and 1 person up, all on the escalator, nobody on the stairs so far. getting busy. Just do the best you can. Person on the stairs. Don't miss them. All right. Let's go ahead. So, should have some data. It might look different. This is how I tracked mine this time. It's going to be backwards for you because my camera's mirrored, but I just created tables and tick marks there. I got one person, let me total up mine. I had one person use the stairs total. One person total. Interesting, huh? And they use it down, and then I have 11 people go up the escalator, and I had 14 people go down. It's possible I missed, possibly we have different numbers because I could have missed it because I was trying to multitask here. You could have gotten, I might have gotten somebody twice. You could have gotten different information. That's okay. Didn't do it wrong. We're going to actually try again, and we're going to get some different data this time. I'm going to go ahead and let's go on back to the video. This time what I want you to do is track whether they use the escalator. We're just going to focus on the escalator, whether they went up or down, and whether they had shopping bags or not. So we want to know how many people went up the escalator and down the escalator, and how many people who went up the escalator had bags, didn't have bags. How many people went down the escalator, had bags, or didn't have bags. Think about how you might track that information. I'm going to track mine a little bit differently than I tracked mine before, rather than that table. I'm going to build my database right here. Not going to show you because I want you to create your own. Whoops. Happens when I try to talk and do and right at the same time. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and swap back over to the video and make this large screen and go back to the beginning. Ready, set, go. So escalator, bags or no bags. So far, I have 2 people going down the escalator with bags. Oh, it looks like he does have a bag. Oh, no. 3 people down. Okay. What did you get that time? Let me see. I'm going to total up my numbers right now. Let me total up mine. Oh, I can already tell by my math that I got different numbers going up and down the escalator than last time. Well, sometimes our databases aren't entirely accurate. If accuracy is important, then what we're going to have to do is either have multiple people looking. Maybe somebody says, so if we're watching something live, maybe somebody is watching and saying something and somebody else is recording it. That's a way for better accuracy. If it's a video, we can watch it multiple times. You can average several people's You can have several people look it over and then say, well, this person got 9, this person got 9, this person got 8, this person got 12, this person got 9. I'm going to guess that it was 9 because 9 we had more. That's another way to get accuracy. Anyway, so I had going up the escalator, I had 4 people who had bags, 3 people who didn't. I had going down the escalator, I had 7 people with bags and 9 people who didn't. Still more popular on the escalator. Now, it's a little hard to see on mine. Mine is not very pretty, but I created a little box this time. So I created, let's see, up and down, and bags and no bags. So this square would be people who went down the escalator with bags, down the escalator without bags, up the escalator with bags, up the escalator without bags. So different ways to track the data on our paper here. So what could we do with this data? Maybe find out if more people are shopping on level 1 or level 2, because whether they're going up or down with bags. Maybe we can figure out if people are more likely to go up the escalator if they're holding more things, use the escalator, maybe we grab data about the stairs. What is more data we could get from this video? Maybe we find out, we log it by time. Are people more likely to use the escalator or stairs depending on the time of day? If we can find out what bags from what stores, that could be more data. More data can help us out here if we're trying to get some information. Now, we couldn't possibly really glean anything useful from this short of a snippet. We could say at this minute, this one time we could get data, but we couldn't necessarily expand and say this is a universal truth about people in shopping malls because of this 1 minute snippet of an escalator in this one shopping mall, right? But we can assume from this 1 minute what happens in this 1 minute we can get data. But if we wanted to make any sort of information, we want to make any real guesses or information based off that data, say how many people in malls tend to use escalators over stairs, we're going to have to get more data, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead back to Steven's video now, and we're going to just finish it up. It just only has a little bit left, and then we'll see where we go.
Okay, I'm leaving the parking lot now since my experiment is complete. My parking brake was on. Turn that off.
All right. So make sure you bring paper to the next video. That's it for today. If you are watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Udemy, there's some more assignments on databases about the information that you learned from this video, creating some more databases of your own, which is the basis for information, for knowledge, and for a lot of time for this coding we're doing. So looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, see you later.